Hey guys, welcome back. Quick little update. These are the rabbits that are in the cages that will soon be converted to rabbit trackers. I took these guys out last week. It was getting too crowded in the colony pen, and the pregnant mothers were getting really aggressive towards all of the extra company they had in their pen, so we had to take these guys out. Now this cage we're looking at here, I've taken the bottom out of it so they have direct contact with the grass. They can pretty much eat it all the way down to the dirt. And what I've been doing is just been moving these cages once a day. If we look over here, you can see these big brown patches here in the yard. This is where the cages had been. Here's a nice brown patch. This is the bottomless cage where they pretty much were able to eat it all the way down to the dirt. Now the nice thing about this is that even though it looks bad right now, this grass is going to come back out and it's going to do better than ever, because there is tons of rabbit poop on the ground in this area now. So now this patch of yard is nice and fertilized, very natural, no chemicals. So I'm kind of excited about this actually. I'm just going to keep moving these cages all around to different places in the yard throughout the season and let them fertilize my whole yard. It'll cut down on the amount that I have to mow too. Obviously I'll still be mowing the front yard and the side yards, but I've been leaving a nice patch back here in the backyard unmowed that I just kind of move them around on. I don't know if you can tell the difference in the video, but right here we're looking down the line of this over here is mowed, this over here is not. Just left this nice tall patch for the rabbits to chew down over the next week. They're separated by male and female right now. We got one lonely female over here. Got what do I have here? 7 males on this side. A little cramped. Thinking about taking this divider out and then just, instead of having it secured with these permanent clips, I was thinking about securing it maybe with some small carabiners or some kind of removable clip so that I can change where this divider's at in the cage. So for this one I would, I'd want to move it over to here, give this one a little bit less room and give these guys a little bit more breathing room to move around. This is a temporary situation. These cages here are a very temporary situation. I'm working on something better, but I just had to get them out of the colony pen, and we're not getting along with the big ones. I got tarps out here too. I've been using these to cover the cages when it rains. But enough about those. I've got a couple of updates with the colony pen here. Something you might notice immediately is that the shelters now have little windows on the back here. I just pulled a plank off of the back of each of these. I want to open it up and get some ventilation in here for the summer season. It's going to be hot in here, and I want them to be able to get some good airflow in here. Plus it's kind of cool, it's a nice little viewing window. I can take a look into these shelters from out here without having to go into the pen, and I can pretty much account for where all my rabbits are. It's nice for little kids that visit too. They'll be able to look in here and see where all the rabbits are at without actually getting in the pen. And I think the rabbits are liking it too. They've been exploring these shelters ever since as you can see, she's looking out the front window there. I also took a plank off the front, so it's kind of opened it up in here. They got a viewing window. I think they kind of like it. I wasn't sure if they would love it or hate it, but I guess we'll find out. So yeah, see, this is so cool being able to look in here. I don't know if you can see. There we go. There's Allie trying to figure out what we're doing to these shelters. So yeah, you see straight through to the shelter on the other side. So that's kind of actually one of those boards came off by accident, and I was like, that's maybe what we ought to do with all these cages. Again, my favorite part of this colony setup is this door here. I've got the bottom 2 foot as not part of the door. It's part of the wall, so it doesn't open. I do have to step over it. It's only slightly inconvenient, but it makes it to where the rabbits can't run out on me when the door's open. But yeah, here's these shelters with a couple of planks taken off the front and a couple taken off the back. Open it up in here, get some airflow for the summer months. Last time you guys tuned in, I had added 3 new rabbits to this pen, 2 new does and a buck. The bucks weren't getting along, so you can go ahead and say I told you so for those of you who told me so, but I knew there was a good chance they wouldn't get along. I just wanted to try and see if I got lucky, but I ended up having to take the young buck out. Sal's the only one who's going to be in here as far as bucks are concerned. I did leave both of the new does though. Let's see where they're at. They're both back here. So this one here is Snow White, and this one next to her is her sister, and I don't know what to name her yet. She doesn't have a name quite yet. Oh, that was nice. I don't know if I got any of that on camera. Betty's, oh, there we go. She's grooming Snow White. So that's nice behavior to see. Allie's been kind of chasing Snow White around and being kind of mean to her. Looks like Betty here is kind of, or is this Allie? I might be confused. I need to see her nose better. You know what? This is actually Allie. So she's, this is Allie, yeah. She's saying sorry, I guess, for being mean earlier. She's grooming her. Let's see if we can get some more of that on footage. That was kind of cool to get on video. You don't see that a lot. But I have heard basically that the dominant rabbits will kind of groom the other rabbits, and the other rabbits are expected to just kind of submit to it and lay down and let it happen. And I think that's part of how they establish their social hierarchy. But yeah, they like this deck area. The shelters are cool, but they love this deck area, being able to kind of dig holes in here and sit up under here and get kind of up in a tight, cramped corner up in the back here. They like tight, cramped spots. And the shelters, I think, even though I split them into 2 levels and reduced the amount of headroom that was in there, I think it's still a little bit too open for their taste. Let's see here. I do have, there's a nest buried right there. This hole over here to the side is something different. The actual nest is right there under that patch of loose dirt. It's been filled in. The females fill them in to hide them from me and predators. But I expect there's probably 7 or 8 babies down in there. I have not dug this one up. I don't think I'm going to, unless it starts getting to a point where I think it's been too long without it being opened. Sometimes the mama forgets to open it for them at around 4 weeks when they need to start weaning themselves. So I've had to do that for them in the past, but sometimes they open it by themselves and I don't have to worry about it. So we'll see how this one goes. But anyhow, guys, that's really all the updates I've got for you. Everything's going well. The rabbits are all seem to be doing good. Checking out their new windows and their shelters. And I like this too, because now I can just look in here and see who's in here without actually having to lift this lid. It kind of startles them when I lift this lid, so it's kind of nice to have a little viewing window here. Hi there, Betty. Hi, Betty. You like your new window? What do you think? You just gonna show us your butt the whole time? Oh yeah, you're gonna make yourself comfortable right there. Yeah, I think they like these windows. That's pretty cool. There's Sal. Yeah, see, I opened that lid and it kind of startled him. Hi there, Sal. Are you being grumpy? Anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in. I'll have more updates to come. Keep checking back regularly. Thanks to all my subscribers, all my commenters. I appreciate all of you. And until next time, as always, have a good one.